Right now, with the warm weather and extra days off this week, how the Dells is preparing for what it calls its busiest 4 days of the summer and celebrating Independence Day in true Wisconsin fashion with a few local favorites.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us and happy 4th of July, everyone. Resorts at the Wisconsin Dells are hoping this year's holiday weekend will bring in big money after a rainy start to the summer so far. Adam Duxter is in the Dells earlier today, and he's got a closer look at the economic impact of these 4 days, Adam.
Yeah, well, Mark, this is a weekend that the resorts in the Dells are telling me they've had on their calendar since last year. The opportunity to bring in thousands of people and millions of dollars in just 4 days.
For the Bartholomew family, this weekend is all about fun in the sun at Noah's Ark Water Park in the Dells.
It's been a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy it. They've had a great time.
The family making their way in from Minnesota to spend the 4-day weekend here. Reps with the Dells say they rely on out-of-town families like the Bartholomews for a main portion of their tourism revenue.
Water parks are one of the hottest trends right now in family travel. Chicago, Illinois, Minnesota, Iowa, the greater Midwest, Michigan.
Last summer alone, the Dells community raking in more than $500 million from tourism like this. Noah's Ark General Manager Mark Whitfield says this weekend is a big part of that.
July 4th is traditionally the ramping up, starting of the summer season.
And at this 4-day weekend, he's hoping to see 225,000 visitors come through the front gates of his park.
Well, for the park, when July 4th falls on a Thursday, people take a 4-day weekend, so it's great for us. And when the weather is as great as it is today, it helps out all the businesses, and the families get to enjoy a full weekend out in the sun.
He says the sunshine is good for business. The guests say they like it too.
The 4th of July, nice long weekend, spending time with the family. You know, we're gonna come here for a little while and then the fireworks, if we can find them.
Last weekend, Noah's Ark said it had its highest attendance in over 15 years, and they're hoping to top that this weekend. They say the only thing that could be stopping them would be the weather, so they're hoping for some sunshine. Has been a pretty nice start so far, though.
That's a lot of folks in one place. All right, Adam, thank you. It's also been a pretty nice 4th of July across southern Wisconsin. So far warm, kind of muggy, though. We have live looks from the west side of Madison and Platteville. Some rain in the area, but most of it stayed dry today. Let's check your first alert forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is here.
Well, kind of be the same thing for this evening, Mark. Most of us will stay dry, but a few people will be getting some showers and thunderstorms. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see some thunderstorms popping up around Madison and then heading off toward the north and east, but most of those storms are heading out toward Lake Michigan. Looks like another little thunderstorm cell trying to develop over southern Rock County, southwest of Janesville, but much of the rest of southern Wisconsin is rain-free. Future radar shows the possibility for a few more showers or storms to pop up just before the fireworks displays this evening. Otherwise, temperatures right now are in the middle to upper 80s. La Crosse is at 91, as is Janesville. With dew point temperatures in the lower 70s, it feels like it's between 90 and 100 degrees. Mineral Point right now, the heat index right at 100. This evening, look for a chance for a shower or thunderstorm in about 30% of the area. Otherwise, temperatures will drop from near 80 at 7 p.m. to the middle 70s after the fireworks displays are over with. By tomorrow morning, we'll be in the upper 60s. We'll see some shower and thunderstorm chances again tomorrow with a high of 86. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
All right, Gary, thank you. The Madison Fire Department was called to Lake Mendota this afternoon for a report of a capsized boat. Dane County Dispatch says the call came in just after 2 west of Maple Bluff. A Dane County Sheriff's boat was able to get out there and get everybody out of the water. No injuries reported. A 23-year-old man and his mother awoke to the sound of breaking glass overnight as 2 men broke into their east side apartment. Police say they were first called around 3:30 a.m. to Independence Lane. The victims told police one of the men pistol whipped the son and held the mother at gunpoint demanding money. The 2 ended up leaving without taking anything. It's still an ongoing investigation. A 51-year-old woman facing charges connected to a stabbing on South Park Street. Just before 6 this morning, police say they found evidence the woman had slashed at and cut someone. The victim suffered minor injuries, had to get stitches for a cut over her eye. The suspect could face charges for first-degree recklessly endangering safety, battery, disorderly conduct, and a probation hold. Right now, the Iowa County Sheriff's Office says CenturyLink customers are experiencing an outage. The technology company says it's impacting their 911 services. In the case of an emergency, residents should use a cell phone to call police. Republican lawmakers have scheduled a hearing on a bill that would keep the names of lottery winners secret. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos introduced a bill in April on the same day that 24-year-old Manuel Franco came forward to claim a $768 million Powerball prize. Franco said at a news conference that he began feeling paranoid as soon as he realized he had the winning ticket. Lottery officials frequently cite transparency and public trust in their games as reasoning for identifying winners. The Assembly's Committee on State Affairs is set to meet next Wednesday. Well, if you're looking to take advantage of this weather and check out a fireworks show tonight, there are dozens of them over the next few days. Most of them are tonight and a few others happening into the weekend. For the full list, go to our website, channel3000.com. And if you're going to be doing your own fireworks tonight, here are a few things to keep in mind. Only things that stay on the ground, like sparklers, snakes, smoke bombs, and fountains are legal in Wisconsin. If it goes up, shoots a flaming ball, or blows up, it is illegal. Anyone caught using or selling illegal fireworks without a proper permit could face a $1,000 fine. The Nakoma League's annual bike and stroller parade kicked off today at Nakoma Park. Kids biked, some stayed in strollers, to the Kitty Carnival down the street from the Thoreau School parking lot. Kids and their accompanying guardians dressed up in 4th of July gear and made sure their bikes looked festive as well.
An event like this, it takes a village to put on. But once you've done all the hard work in the week and a half beforehand, this is where it pays off, because you get to see everyone that you just talked to.
At the Kitty Carnival, bikers regained energy with hot dogs, brats, and snow cones and other concessions as they played carnival games. The Columbus Area Chamber of Commerce set their 4th of July parade's theme to Volunteer America. People dressed up in celebratory outfits for the parade today, showing their support of America's independence. The 1.2-mile parade route started on North Ludington Street, ended up at Fireman's Park. The day started with the Firecracker 5-mile run walk, and following the parade, live music and a fireworks show at dusk. The Wisconsin Farm Bureau says the average summer cookout costs less than $6 per person this year. The Farmers Bureau survey shows 5 common food items decreased in price compared to last year. The most significant ones in the state were ketchup, down 18 cents, and pork spare ribs, down $1.08. Wisconsin's average summer cookout has a $56.47 price tag, which is just 9 cents higher than the national average. Union of Nigerians Madison area joined together today at Sheehan Park for a U.S. Independent Day picnic. UNIMA is a group dedicated to fostering unity among Nigerians in the Madison area and advocate for Nigerians in the area for any resources they may need. Today, UNIMA celebrated the United States independence with their annual picnic. Kids played on the playground while adults started the barbecue. Today's picnic was a way for the members of UNIMA to come together and socialize. And still ahead tonight, if this warm and muggy weather will continue through the weekend, we'll find out from Gary. Plus, we'll meet a local veteran who not only served his country overseas, but continues to serve right here at home. We'll be back. Oh, and then tonight at 10, we'll tell you about a new community movement happening in Madison aimed at helping migrant children along the U.S.-Mexican border. Now, we'll be right back. This 4th of July, we're hoping to light up your night with the story of one local veteran who served our country, not just overseas, but right here in Wisconsin as well. Our Leah Lynchide headed back to her neck of the woods to share his story.
I first met Chick at this Southwest Wisconsin staple on Memorial Day. He was sitting at the end of the bar wearing his Marine Corps hat. His wit and humor brightened my evening, so I thought maybe you might like to meet him too. Our focus every 4th of July is on the sky.
Japanese flew over under the cloud cover.
But there is a 94-year-old Marine Corps vet in Stitzer, Wisconsin, who's spending his holiday with me, reminiscing about a very different type of firework.
Some of the ships were still sunk in Pearl Harbor at that time.
The memories may be 75 years old now, but Leslie Clace
I've had the name of Chick all my life.
is still sharp.
Some people call me worse than that, too.
Told you so. He may be very well one of Southwest Wisconsin's last living World War II veterans.
I've always filled them full of BS.
Certainly one of the wittiest.
Maybe not advice.
But lip isn't the only service Chick has provided for his community after the war. He returned to Wisconsin in 1945 to paint the sky with handcrafted signs for businesses across the state.
Painted all the taverns from Père du Chien to the Beltline in Madison.
Chick even learned to blow glass
Carries Meals on Wheels.
and lit up the night with neon at local dives.
Good memories.
He's also behind the Stitzer Water Tower and countless cars, companies,
Great River Road Commission,
and more.
I misspelled it on one side.
When I built my house, I wanted a neon sign for my bar, and he made it for me, and DJ's Leftover Bar.
If you're lucky, you might still spot Chick at the bar. Same wit as always.
Back in the good old days, D-A-Z-E.
He no longer deals in neon dyes, though.
I don't know, 15, 20.
Instead, he prefers paper plates these days.
Like this one's about mushroom hunting.
Well, he did one for my wife on her birthday, a paper plate like that. Anything you can think of, he can paint it.
You can find him every morning, parked at the end of the bar with a new masterpiece and some life pointers to share.
I'm about out of them.
Just ask
I don't know if I got any.
for his card.
Philosophies by Clace. A poor patch is better than a neat hole.
A toolbox never made a mechanic.
A haircut never made a man.
It's
easy to gain speed
after you get over the hill. If anything seems to be coming your way, most likely you
are in the wrong lane.
This community counts itself lucky for the common sense Chick has sparked. We asked for one last bit of advice, some parting words to light up our 4th from this wise veteran.
They should be proud to be an American, is all I can say.
One last quip that Chick shared with me for any of you old-timers who liked that show Hee Haw. When I asked him for his phone number so we could do this story together, he told me, you can give me a call at BR549. In Stitzer, for News 3 Now, I'm Leah Lynchide. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, Liam. Still ahead tonight on News 3 at 6. Coming up in sports, it's a 4th of July pastime, the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Competition. We'll see if Joey Chestnut could keep his winning streak alive. But first, it's been a hot and humid 4th of July. Gary Canalti will rejoin us with his full extended weekend forecast when we come back. Welcome back. It appears too many people in Chicago are trying to soak up the 4th of July sun today. Around noon, Chicago police tweeted that the city beaches were nearing capacity and that rotating ramp closures were in effect along Lake Shore Drive. It gets hot in the city, that's for sure,
Well, plus,
Gary.
they're losing some of the beach, too, because the lake waters are so high.
Right.
The beaches aren't as wide as they are. Well,
pack in.
Yeah, try to beat the heat somehow. Right now, our temperatures have been soaring because we've had a lot of sunshine. A few thunderstorms have bubbled up, but they've been just in little clusters. One here around Madison, and then you can see it head off toward the north and east. Right now, there's kind of a lull across southern Wisconsin. The first batch of storms is headed off to the northeast. A couple more trying to fire up around La Crosse, south of Janesville, but a lot of southwestern Wisconsin right now is rain-free. If we take a look at future radar, there is the possibility for a few more showers and storms to pop up over the next couple of hours, and then you can see those storms kind of settle down. So again, as we get close to fireworks time, I think most of the fireworks displays will go off without a hitch, but some of them will be impacted by a shower or thunderstorm, might have to be delayed a little bit. Severe weather threat tonight, mainly to our north and west, but tomorrow it moves into southern Wisconsin, a marginal risk of a thunderstorm that could produce high winds and heavy rainfall as a cold front moves through. Rainfall amounts yesterday, 1 to 3, maybe even much as 4 or 5 inches in the Sauk County area, and then southwestern Wisconsin, no rain at all. So, go figure. It's one of those situations. Some people will get heavy rain. Other people will miss out on the rain altogether. Over the next couple of days, you can see the precipitation amounts from the computer models. Hard to predict exactly which area, but the screaming message from this is that everybody should get some rain. Most areas will probably pick up around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain, but some areas could pick up 1 to 2 inches in a heavier shower or thunderstorm. Live view from the Queeby Radio Skycam in Platteville. Starting to see a little more vertical development in the clouds there. This is the time lapse from the WISC Skycam from early this morning. Notice the fog we had early because of the high humidity. That lifted, and then we had the sunshine, and then we started to see those buildup of clouds. You can see one little shower or thunderstorm moving through the Madison area, and now some more buildups off to the east. But right now, the Madison area is generally in sunshine. You can see the live view there with some thunderheads off to the north and east. This is the view looking to the east. High today, 86 degrees, low temperature 68, and right now we're sitting at 86. The heat index is at 92. The dew point temperature right now is 72 degrees, so it feels a lot warmer than the actual air temperature. La Crosse right now at 90. No lake breeze today. Temperature is mid-80s near the lakeshore areas. Only the rain is cooling things down, and you can see those dew point temperatures well into the 70s, so that's almost like Miami-type humidity. Jet stream right overhead, bringing these little clusters of thunderstorms that flare up and then die down. But eventually, as that jet stream shifts off to the east, and the stationary front right now isn't getting much of a push because the upper level winds are parallel to it. Eventually, as the winds become a little more westerly and northwesterly, it'll drive a cold front eastward, and temperatures behind that front are in the 70s. So that's what we have to look forward to for the weekend. But it'll be another day of heat and humidity for tomorrow as these dew point temperatures will continue. But notice even behind that front, those dew point temperatures drop off into the 50s over the western Dakotas. So eventually, we should see a little more comfortable weather. For this evening, fireworks displays, temperatures near 80 by 7 p.m., mid-70s by the time the fireworks displays are over, and a chance, maybe a 20 or 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Low of 69 tonight. Best chances for a thunderstorm this evening. It'll be muggy with some areas of fog overnight, and then tomorrow a high of 86. A little better chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Heat index up around 90. On future track, you can see the thunderstorm chances dying down overnight, but then flaring up again tomorrow afternoon as highs get into the mid-80s. Showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night along the cold front. The winds shift around to the north, and then drier air moves in for Saturday. Still a chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Highs in the upper 70s, but you can see the rainfall amounts very spotty. Some areas picking up an inch or two, other areas missing out on the rain altogether. 7 to 10 day forecast, some relief from the heat early next week. Maybe a thunderstorm chance midweek, but temperatures low 80s for the end of next week.
What's more 4th of July than baseball and the hot dog eating contest? Those stories coming up in sports. As usual, the Brewers have to work on the 4th of July. They close out a series in Cincinnati where the Reds are putting themselves in the race for the Central Division Championship, and they take another step closer today. Brandon Woodruff's been great lately. Had another great start for the Brewers today. Allowed only 1 run in 6 innings, but that first inning RBI infield hit by Yasiel Puig held up as the Brewers offense couldn't get going again. This is as close as they came to scoring. Eric Thames hit one deep to right, but it just didn't have enough carry. It was short of tying the game. Final score, Reds 1, Brewers 0. The Brewers are in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Cubs wrap up their series in Pittsburgh this afternoon. Chris Bryant's been battling a sore knee. Didn't play last night, did play today. First inning homer for Bryant gets him going. It's just gone final. Cubs 11, Pirates 3. So the Cubs tie the Brewers for first place in the Central. Can you believe it? The first Packers training camp practice is 3 weeks from today, Thursday, July 25th. It's one thing to run around in helmets and shorts. Training camp is a whole different animal, especially this Packers training camp, because it'll be the first with Matt LaFleur as the Packers head coach. After 11 Mike McCarthy training camps, it'll be interesting to see what this one brings, especially for the face of the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, who's beginning his 14th season in the National Football League.
This training camp will be different for all of us. As opposed to the last couple, last, for me, 13 years, because we actually have a team coming in. And then I would assume, as opposed to years past, I'd probably get a little more work in the preseason. So we need to get some things ironed out before that. I think we still have some things to work through. I think there's some little nuances that we got to keep talking through as far as some of the signals and adjustments and stuff that they'll be important moving into training camp.
Forward Madison FC forward Don Smart is named the USL's midseason most valuable player. Smart has 4 goals, 3 assists for the Flamingos so far this season. He's named the league's midseason MVP. Longtime Badger booster Jim Kelcher will be inducted into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame in September. Kelcher is now 90 years old. He founded UW Provisions. That's one of the largest meat distributors in the Midwest. In fact, Kelcher was inducted into the Wisconsin Meat Industry Hall of Fame in 2005. Now he's going into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame, too. And Joey Chestnut remains the eating king of the 4th of July today at the Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. He didn't get a record, but he did down 71 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, just short of the record of 74 he downed last year. Darren Breeden was second with 50, 21 behind Chestnut. Miko Sudo won the women's title, eating 31 hot dogs. Both Chestnut and Sudo won $10,000. And it's a historic win for Chestnut, whose 12th title ties him with Rafael Nadal, who won 12 French Open titles, as the most in any sport. The Celtics' Bill Russell and the Canadiens' Henri Rocket Richard won 11 titles, but Chestnut will go for sports immortality next year.
I will take just a Chicago dog.
Interesting fact.
Forget the titles.
We're watching this. My son says, "Wow, this is so cool," and my wife was like, "That is so gross. I don't want to watch."
What's your record?
2.
I think 2.
Yeah. And you said what?
10, but
10?
over a doubleheader.
It was a doubleheader.
I thought it was 8.
Yeah,
Wow.
8 in 10 minutes. That was back in 8th grade. But we won't
Did
go
you
into
buy
that.
those?
It was a hot dog day at St. Hubert's. Yeah.
Oh, it's
No, but the Cubs.
But at Wrigley
Yeah,
Field.
that's got to set you back,
How
what, $50?
No, this is back in the days where hot dogs were a lot cheaper.
All right.
But we're watching some showers and thunderstorms out there. Most of those heading northeast of Madison, a couple trying to flare up south of Janesville. So we'll keep an eye on those for this evening. Most of the fireworks displays will probably go off without a hitch. Mid-80s right now. The heat index with dew point temperatures in the 70s makes it feel like it's 92 degrees.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your 4th of July holiday. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.